Joining us today on the 11 Sessions is a band from Cincinnati, Ohio called the Watchfrogs.
Sleeping is easy when you're lying face down in a dish full of piss. Man, that liquor hits good. Try to tell you a story, but you knew just how it wouldn't. You said, I've been saying the same old shit again and again. Oh man, I try to stand on my head, I fell right on my ass. I've been drinking this whiskey for too long. I've been drinking this whiskey, I'm too far gone. I try to stand on my head, I fell right on my ass. I've been drinking this whiskey for too long. I've been drinking this whiskey, I'm too far gone. I'm battered and sauced, my chicken fried and I'm toast. Yeah, I crossed the road because I was lost, and I walked to the bar. I learned that it's not cool to go flipping off your bar stool. It's true, if you don't know gymnastics, you're gonna look like a fool. Who would've known? I try to stand on my head, I feel right on my ass. I've been drinking this whiskey for too long. I've been drinking this whiskey for too far gone. I try to stand on my head, I feel right on my ass. I've been drinking this whiskey for too long. I've been drinking this whiskey for too far gone. I'm gone. I'm I try to stand on my head, I fell right on my ass. I've been drinking this whiskey for too long. I've been drinking this whiskey for too far gone. I try to stand on my head, I fell right on my ass. I've been drinking this whiskey for too long. I've been drinking this whiskey for too far gone. I try to stand on my head, I fell right on my head.
I've been drinking this whiskey for too
Fell right on
long.
my
I've been drinking this whiskey, I'm too
Gone.
far gone.
I try to stand on my head, I fell right on my ass. I've been drinking this whiskey for too long. I've been drinking this whiskey, I'm too far gone.
Thanks.
Sipping on my 7 stones, I see you sipping wine. See if you don't step out my scene, I'll tell you one more time, not even you.
before.
Yeah,
That's fun.
I like it. That's cool. Kid.
I woke up feeling so giddy, so I rode my horse into the city. And we dropped spot for parking with shitty. Met a cop, he said he got a ticket. He tells me what I say, you gotta pay. Take a car, take a train. I don't care, hell, take a plane. She gotta find another way. Used to think, yeah, we're all out to get me till you came along. Show me how the world's really pretty. Now when you're riding around with me, I don't mind if the parking's a mile or 50. Yeah, we see things a bright away. It's your Friday. You say I got everything you need. You say I got everything. You say I got it all. You say I got it all. Well, I went back looking for something and I came back with a stack of 100 and some. They got more if you keep on running. I don't buy the whole store if you say you want more of them. They were straight, we got more than we got space. So you say, hey, take a break. So I got storage great. I went flying out to the moon, got a rock and a block of cheese for you or two. And then down deep in the blue to find out wore the way wrong shoes for scuba. What you gonna do? Ain't gonna Scooby-Doo. You say I got everything you need. You say I got everything. You say I got it all. You say I got it all. You say I. You say I. You say I got it all. You say I got it all.
Nice.
Craving something delicious? At Glendale Trackside Pub, we're serving juicy steaks, hearty sandwiches, and comfort food favorites that hit the spot every time. Pair your meal with a craft beer, a glass of wine, or bourbon, and then stick around for live music. Wine Down Wednesday, sing-along bingo, and pint night. Glendale Trackside Pub, your local stop for comfort and cheers.
Hi, I'm Kelly.
And I'm Laurel.
Welcome to the
Trackside
11
Pub,
sessions.
we're comfort
soul
food favorites.
behind the
Meal with a
sound.
craft beer,
We are
live
super
music,
thrilled today to
wine
have
night,
an amazing
Glendale
Cincinnati
Track
band.
and
what
cheers.
makes it even more thrilling is it's their 10-year anniversary,
Hi,
guys.
I'm Kelly.
And I'm Laurel.
Congratulations
the
and
11
happy anniversary.
Yes,
Thank
thanks.
you.
I'm not sure which anniversary that is yet, but we'll find out. We'll have to get on getting us gifts.
10 years, we'll look that up. That's a pretty significant one.
Yeah.
You played a song that is now stuck in our ears,
Yes.
and it'll be in my dreams tonight, and I'll probably wake up singing it.
It's an earworm.
Can you tell us the name of the song and the inspiration behind the song?
Yeah, it's called Everything You Need. Well, I think that's the name. I guess it's not released yet, so that's what we've been calling it.
Okay, that's good. So this is an exclusive discussion about a couple of the songs you play, which is exciting.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yep. So, Drew, you do the writing predominantly, or?
Yeah, I do. Like, a lot of the times I come with an idea and then we, work it all out to actually turn it into a full thing.
Yeah.
And Dean writes some of the lyrics too. So we got a handful of songs where it's kind of back and forth. Like I wrote a chorus and he wrote a verse, or vice versa.
I'm thrilled that we get to hear it first, and the listeners, when we publish the show, get to hear it first.
So what was the inspiration behind that song?
I guess it's the story of like a guy he's just kind of like bitter, and he's very annoyed by regular things that happen in his life, and inconvenienced all the time. But then he meets someone, and then he's like, "Oh, everything's great now. Now that I'm with you, it's not so bad that we have to wait in traffic." You know, things like that.
You get to share life with and something to look forward to.
Yep.
That's really cool. What's interesting about it is we talk with a lot of musicians about how a lot of us sing, heavy, dark subject matter, but, this song is so catchy and upbeat, and you're just like, yeah, you just kind of want to dance to it. So it's interesting how you've kind of put a spin on it that is heavy content, but an upbeat, melody and all that to it.
Yeah, I think we get a lot of inspiration from some of that like 90s like kind of wit in the lyrics, like satire almost, where the vibes and the lyrics don't always match up on a lot of our songs, I would say. Most of our songs probably, I would even go as far as saying.
When I was listening to your all of your music, I was thinking that it had kind of a 90s, early 2000s kind of vibe. I love it. It's kind of awesome. It was reminding me of the White Stripes. Is that
Okay,
Has
yeah.
anybody
We listen
ever
to a lot
made
of
that
White Stripes.
comparison?
I love the White
Stripes. Yeah, we love the White Stripes.
I was hearing that a little bit, so
Okay.
it was awesome.
Yeah, we listened to a lot of different things growing up. Our mom like showed us the Beatles. That was definitely like a big thing in the car. But we also had a lot of like just 90s, 2000s radio. So it was like the country music and like top hits. I remember watching like, I guess it would be VH1, whatever like the countdown was on. So getting like Ricky Martin and real random pop songs in my head as a young child.
Yeah.
So there's definitely like all sorts of influences. We like grunge and garage rock for sure.
Yeah, I can definitely hear that. So going backwards, how did you guys come together as a band? What's the story?
I'm not the original bass player.
Okay, well, tell. There's some
It's not
Scandal.
scandalous.
Scandalous.
Do you want to start?
Yeah, so I mean, we're brothers, so I guess, we've been playing music since we started playing music together, and then, we were playing with DK Dews, was playing bass for us for a while, and you recorded on our first thing we released.
Yeah, that's right. DK was there, too.
Yeah, because DK actually hadn't ever played bass, and we were like, we need a bass player,
DK's a
and he
great
was a
drummer.
drummer.
Yeah.
So we're like, I bet you could figure it out.
And now he's on tour
I mean,
playing
they're
bass.
so similar, the
Yeah.
bass and the drums. It's such a similar.
Yeah, it's true. Now he's fully touring, playing bass. He's
Now he is
incredible bass player.
legit.
Oh yeah. He got legit pretty fast. He's
very
very
fast.
talented. But we started the band with DK in 2015, and then you moved to Nashville and met Austin.
Yep.
So then later, when DK ended up moving for his job, it was like, okay, we found our friend Drew, our friend Kyle. We've had lots of different Watchfrogs bassists, and now Austin here playing. We've played with Austin in and off like that whole time too. So
Yeah.
Yeah, a couple
it
times
wasn't an
filled in
unfamiliar
whenever I
match.
could.
He would come play some gigs with us. He played in St. Bernard with you.
Yep.
So it's pretty easy to keep that going.
So I think it's crazy how Drew and I'm going to call him Yates because I've known him for a lot of his life. Yates met at college, and you didn't realize you were from the same town.
20 minutes away.
Yeah, 20 minutes away. And so you guys met at college during your educational years. And talk about your first meeting, and you're like, dude, I think we should do some stuff together.
Yeah, the way I remember it, we were at the what are they called? Before you go to school there, and you go there to
Like an
Orientation.
Like an orientation.
weekend
Yeah,
or whatever.
we were there, and I think you might have been wearing like a Queens of the Stone Age shirt or something like that.
Probably.
And everyone else was, like doing whatever, dancing or actually being involved in whatever we were supposed to be doing. And we were both just standing in the corner, just trying to avoid people. And then I saw that he was wearing a Queens of the Stone Age shirt, so I was like, hey, what's up, dude? And then it just turned out that, he lived, super close.
And he already knew another drummer that was coming down that he went to high school with. He was like, let's start a band. It's like, okay. And then we're in another band.
So I want you to go around the little triangle here and introduce yourself, full name. And while you do that, talk about all the bands that you're currently in, because this is something that blows us away about the number of projects and bands that most musicians are actively in
Locally.
addition to
Yeah.
having a full-time life outside of music. So Drew, if you don't mind going first.
All right. Yeah, I'm Drew Lowry. I play guitar and sing in Watchfrogs, of course. And Natty Frogs, our cover band. That's it currently. I guess St. Bernard, if we get together and
That
do
was
some-
my introduction to
Groove
you
Caboose.
guys. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
Groove Caboose.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was part of the
reenactment.
Groove Caboose?
yes,
Is that what you
the
said?
the Groove Caboose reunion. I was part
That
of
is
that,
definitely an
yeah.
18 and older kind of conversation.
Yep.
Okay, cool. And then you also gig
Oh
solo?
yeah, I play solo too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Dean.
I'm Dean Lowry. I play drums. I sing harmonies in Watchfrogs, and then help lead Natty Frogs with Drew and Austin here. Play a bunch of cover shows there, and then help bringing a Groove Caboose legendary '70s band that we have now brought to life. It was a fun project to work on. So.
That's hilarious.
It
I
is.
love that name.
Groove Caboose.
But yeah.
And Yates.
I am Austin Yates. I play the bass guitar. I'm in the Watchfrogs. I'm in St. Bernard with Drew. I'm in the Natty Frogs with these fine gentlemen. I'm also in Groove Caboose, or part of Groove Caboose.
Part of the
however you say that.
reenactment of Groove Caboose. Yeah. No one's in Groove Caboose that's still playing today.
Yeah.
They all
They've
retired.
all passed. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm also in one of my friends' bands in Columbus called the Charles Grace Band. We do like 70s funk soul kind of
Oh,
stuff.
nice.
Okay, cool.
Nice.
Yeah, we
Very
tend to be like the random hires where a friend's like, hey, I need a drummer in 4 weeks. And it's like, all right, cool. That's kind of our other like bands that we play in. It's like, yeah, one off. No one wants to count on me having enough free time to play in like their band full time, I don't think.
Why? Because of your life? You have a
Yeah,
full-time
right.
life in addition to all this.
Well, and I like this band a lot, and I don't want to like start putting other ones in front of it too. So it's tough. But I love playing.
Have you guys heard of this whole theory about, I think it's called sister harmonies or family harmonies? Do you guys know about that?
It makes sense just because I've never like heard like it fully thought out, but I always just thought, oh, we say words the same way because we grew up in the same house.
Yeah.
So that just kind of helps like enunciate the harmonies.
Yeah,
for
the
sure.
tone's got to be similar. If we,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah, I think it's the tonality, you know, and your ability to kind of dance lyrically with one another and musically with one another.
Timing.
Yeah,
all of it.
all of it.
You can hear it.
Yeah.
It's definitely. Your harmonies
there.
are amazing.
Thank
yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah, we put a lot of work into that. That wasn't like from the start. Especially playing the drums and like trying to sing was not my like easiest talent. That was definitely a lot of practice.
So, inspiration, who inspires you musically? And Yates, let's start with you.
Just like in general.
It could be anything.
Uh,
We're not going to lead the witness.
I'll just say a random collection of musicians, I guess. Definitely Frank Zappa.
Okay, that is random.
Definitely Adrian Belew. Definitely like a Victor Wooten. Jaco Pastorius. I'm a bass player. Surprise. A lot of stuff like that. Anybody that ever played in King Crimson. I got a lot of prog growing up.
I'm hearing that.
Yeah.
It's cool.
That's mainly it, honestly.
Yeah.
What about you guys?
I mean, I listen to everything.
Yeah.
Definitely. I don't know. I was listening to Roger Miller on the way here, and
Nice.
and then turned on 50 Cent right after it. So like, it's
Classic
It's
combo.
a crazy mix.
a
Okay.
wide range.
All right, cool.
But yeah, definitely like he was saying earlier, the Beatles is everybody loves the Beatles.
No,
but-
I beg to differ.
Oh yeah.
Everybody should love the Beatles.
It's
I know
Beatles
some
versus
people that-
Stones. That's
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
the traditional question
like
is.
the
Are you a
Stones.
Beatles or Stones person?
Yeah, we would fall into the Beatles people.
I love the
would
Stones,
say.
but
I love the Stones.
I'll take
Stones
the
are cool
Beatles
too.
way
Yeah.
above the Stones. Yeah, easily.
But
Dean, are you sharing on the inspiration? You're like, yep.
I'm pretty
tick,
similar,
tick,
yeah,
tick.
on all the different, like just listening to a bunch of stuff. I really like songwriting that when the performance feels like they like really mean it, even if they like aren't
Yes.
singing as well.
Yeah.
I think it's like really cool. That's the kind of stuff I really love. Like
Yeah.
Rage Against the Machine, I think is a really great example.
Yeah.
Where it's like he is meaning it
Oh,
in
yeah.
his
You
vocals.
feel
and
it
I think
in
it's
your
really
bones.
cool. And then even I listen to a pretty wide range. I really like Trampled by Turtles songwriting. So I listen to them a lot, and they don't have a drummer, which is also kind of fun to listen to not the drums and not be thinking about drums at all.
So are you inspired? I mean, I heard, you said some things you're inspired by, and I could feel your dad in there a little bit, which I know his parents really well too. Do you guys have inspiration from your parents growing up? Like the Beatles, I think you shared earlier, your mom.
Mm-hmm.
So are there other bands that you go, yeah, it feels very nostalgic when I hear them, and I'll stop and listen because I grew up on that playing in the house, or are there bands like that?
Yeah, I think like, especially like oldies stuff. I
Oh yeah, it's a good
definitely
example.
used to hear. Even like my grandparents gave me like a CD at some point when I was really young of just like 50s.
Yeah, like in
Fats
50s
Domino. and
golden
stuff.
oldies or whatever. Yeah,
I was
those
going
are
to
different.
qualify what's oldies for you
Yeah.
guys,
Yeah.
because it's different for us.
Yeah, that's what was written on the CD. I guess is more.
Right.
I'm not labeling it the oldies,
Yeah,
but I probably would.
yeah. I mean like Fats Domino. And
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Those are oldies.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, we definitely had a lot of that. Yeah, I remember like Tutti Frutti being on the CD all
Yeah.
the time. A
Oh,
bunch of
yeah.
kind of like, I don't know. That was definitely a thing.
Little Richard.
Yeah,
Mm.
Little Richard, and there was definitely a few. Like John Mellencamp makes me think of our mom, like
Yes.
very much.
Oh
'cause
wow.
As soon as I
God, he
started hearing
said
that,
oldies, John Mellencamp.
yeah,
that one not-
that one not
that's not
counting
the
as
oldies,
oldies,
that's for
but
sure.
she played it a lot.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that and like any of the like late '90s like country pop.
Yes.
That's what I also
Late
like.
90s, early 2000s.
I think of driving in the
country.
car
Yep.
and being like, oh, like, yeah, like a Shania Twain or like a.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think of the artist. all the songs I can think of.
Right.
Yeah.
You can
recall.
sing
Yeah.
them like going to church. It's like, you remember all the prayers and when to stand up and sit down and do all the things.
Yeah.
Because you've heard them so many times in the car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like it just instantly teleports like, oh, back in time. Some songs like I won't realize I knew, and then I'll like hear the song and be like, wait a minute, I know this song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, totally.
So tell me a little bit more about your songwriting process. You were saying that you come up sometimes with songs. How do you what inspires you for songwriting, and how do you come together as a group? Do you have a group text? How do you collaborate on songwriting?
I guess there's not like an exact pattern to it. That's for sure. But yeah, when I come up with an initial idea, I would say that like usually the initial inspiration just kind of has to come naturally.
Does it come in the form of lyrics, or is it a melody?
Melody?
Okay. Okay.
Almost always melody. I mean,
Okay.
sometimes like I might think of a lyric, I guess,
Uh-huh.
but usually it's melody first.
Okay.
Whether I'm playing an instrument or not, if I
Mm-hmm.
just think of something. And then I just stew on that for an incredibly long amount of time.
Do you use your phone app to help record it
Oh,
so
yeah.
you don't forget it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've
Yeah,
got
I
lots of voice memos.
Thousands of voice
Gotta
memos
have
Uh-huh.
that
Yeah.
are not named.
Same.
You have to scroll through them because you didn't name them when you
And then
recorded
you're like
them.
They have
playing
the
them. Nope.
I
address.
think it was
Nope.
on this date.
Nope.
Exactly.
Yeah,
the
at
new
this
iOS
time.
update has the where you recorded it, so now mine is just like my house address, like over and over and over.
Yes. Yep.
It's just
So
like,
that's
okay.
not helpful.
Yeah, it's like, well, I do remember it. I'm like, oh, I did this in the backyard.
Yep.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
good.
hmm
But yeah.
So do you feel like, Drew, you have to force feed the lyrics into the melody sometimes, or is it pretty
Yeah.
natural?
Well, I guess like when I come up with the melody, typically I'm like singing like gibberish. So the sounds of that gibberish, a lot of the times that's locked in there to the sound. Like with that Everything You Need song, it was just ooh ah, and it had to sound like that. If you try to put in words that have like a totally different like vowel sound, sometimes it just loses the whole magic of it. So yeah, usually there's like gibberish, and then all of a sudden words come in that fit with it, and then that's like the eureka moment of like, oh, there it is. That's
Okay.
where that was supposed to
Do you
go.
come to the guys with that, or with the gibberish, or do you come with lyrics?
Usually with the lyrics, because usually I have enough songs built up that I can show them the ones that are going to sound like a real song. But occasionally, yeah, if there's something I'm really excited about, I might come to them when I'm just singing gibberish on it. Yeah.
Yeah, I would say most of the time it's like Drew shows up with the idea of like what it's gonna sound like and how a verse and a chorus goes, and like most of the lyrics for those things.
Yeah.
And then we kind of figure out like structure and fill in a couple lyrical holes and like try to come up with a bridge is normally our
Yes.
toughest spot.
Yeah.
I almost never have a bridge.
Bridges are
Yeah.
tricky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They are.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I would say that's the most common way we have a song. But then there's other ones where Drew's just like, here's the whole song. I recorded all the instruments. Like, here's what I would play. But like, do whatever you want.
Yeah.
And then we jam and we figure it out.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's kind of a mixture, I would say.
That's really good. So, are there songs that you've written where you've played them out and you're like, yeah, this feels pretty good, and then they've changed meaning for you as you've gotten older and experienced more life, and you go, we gotta do this slightly different, and you've rewritten it or you've created a whole new vibe for it. Has that ever happened in anything you guys have created?
I guess like I would say it's more like I didn't necessarily understand what it meant, but it felt like it meant something when I wrote it. And then over time, like I kind of build the meaning in my head, so it almost sounds cooler when I tell people like, "Oh, this is what it's about." But really, I didn't. When I wrote it, it was just stream of consciousness coming out.
Yeah.
But I don't think I've ever like rewritten anything. I think it's more like I'll just try and relate to it in a different way now.
Okay. That's really cool.
Other songs that you've retired?
Not
you won't
like
play.
ceremoniously, at least.
Where
There's-
somebody will say, play, da, da, da. And
Oh
you're like,
yeah,
no.
we definitely have songs that we
Yeah,
like
we-
won't. But it's not like we refuse to play. We just don't know how to play.
We
Oh,
I haven't
okay.
played them
Yeah.
in so long. But yeah.
Yeah, it's like we're a band of 10 years. There's a lot of songs.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay. And like, we don't have like a great lyrical database or anything. So even
Right.
if we figure out a couple of the parts, it's like, well, I don't know what the second verse is ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, we always are like, we sing the first verse and then go, how does the second verse start? And we find 0 words of it pretty frequently if we're not like really playing the song.
But yeah, if somebody showed up to our show and just kept yelling some song that we played when we were like 16 or whatever, like I mean, yeah, we'd figure
Those
it
are
out.
good.
We've done it
Those are
before, yeah.
fans.
Oh, really?
We'd just be like, all right, let's relearn it. Play it if they're coming. Yeah.
Yeah, if they're coming, they want to hear this. We gotta learn it.
Yeah.
We got a set break. You can learn a whole song then.
Yeah, we do that a lot. It's definitely.
That's awesome.
Have you been surrounded by music all your lives and it just seemed intuitive to dive into and continue and grow musically? Or what brought you to music? I want to start with Yates.
Yeah, I was definitely surrounded by music from the beginning because my dad and stuff, he's a big musician. He's a bass player. Surprise, I'm a bass player. But then, and even like in high school, like I was in, band with your son, and we played all the time, or we played in your basement all the time.
They
Played
made
out
a lot
sometimes.
of noise in my basement.
A lot of noise.
A lot of noise. And I got a lot of calls from his mom going, thank you, thank you.
And then, yeah, after high school, I went to Belmont and hung out with almost exclusively musicians there.
Which is cool.
Yeah, and then stayed in Tennessee for a couple more years. We were just around musicians all the time, and
So it's just been a part
the
of your
best.
DNA,
Oh, yeah.
really. What
That's all
about
I
you
know.
guys, the brothers?
Well, our parents aren't musicians,
No.
but yeah,
That was telling.
so there's not that aspect of it. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think it started like, well, I guess we played piano when we were kids.
Yeah, we took piano lessons when we were pretty young.
What's your age difference between the two of you?
2 years.
Okay. Okay.
But then yeah, we were like playing Guitar Hero 2.
That's what I was going to
on
say. The
PS2.
reason I started playing the drums was actually I didn't play the drums at all until Rock Band came out and they had
Oh
the
my
drums,
gosh, that's
and I was only playing
hilarious.
piano before that, and I was like, oh, this feels kind of natural, like cool, like we'll figure it out, and we both got guitars, and I didn't feel as attached to the guitar, and like started learning the drums, and then haven't looked back from that. But yeah, we played piano from a young age, and I liked singing a lot. We were like in
Yeah.
choirs, and we would do musicals and that kind of stuff. More my experience, and then yeah, once drums came around, I was like, oh, I probably should have been playing that one earlier, but it's never too late. Now it feels like I've been playing forever. So
Yeah.
at the time, I felt like I was playing with way less experience than anyone else that was like my age, because they would have started playing the drums when I started playing the piano, or like when I was in band in high school, like everyone else had done percussion the whole time, but like
Yeah.
I just jumped in, which at least I could like the xylophone and the keyboard instruments was fine because I recognized it, but like
Right.
I had no like actual training or
But you had the courage to get in there and do it in spite
yeah.
of
I
all
liked
that,
the
which
rhythm part.
90%
I admire.
of it.
Yeah.
I
it
think
is.
that's a great leveling field. Is
Yeah.
when you go into high school and you're just like thrown in with all the percussionists.
Yeah,
that
absolutely.
Kind of, it's
I
like
mean-
being thrown in with the sharks. You get to see all the different
I think-
percussion instruments. And
I think a
everything.
way both of us really got a lot of experience too was playing in like musical theater, like in the pit.
Oh
So
yeah.
we played for our show choir, and then we played in I played in a ton of like community theater, but also like high school theater. I think that also translates to our music a lot because we're especially playing live, maybe less so acoustic, still a little bit. We're very dynamic.
Yeah.
I will play really, really loud and then like really quiet on the drums.
Yeah, we get
to,
very
like,
dramatic with it.
Yeah,
and
which
that's
is-
totally from
that's totally from musical theater where
'cause
it's
there's-
like, oh,
We
draw
know
them in,
drama.
we're really quiet, and then it's like, hit them in the face. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, that makes me just kind of lean back to your comment. Acoustically, you like musicians where you know that they feel the song, and it's more of a performance, and
Yeah.
they suck you in. You're like, okay, I'm here for it, right? So that seems very familiar to your drama days or performance days, which is really cool. Yeah.
Yeah, it's always inspiring to see a musician or performer who's like just fully into what they're doing. You know, like they're 100% in, even if they're not, their craft isn't fully there. You know, you can see the
passion.
yes.
Because you
Yeah.
can tell when people are faking it, can't you?
Yes.
Yes.
That's, yeah.
When
Just
people are
mailing it
checked
in, you're
out,
like,
yeah.
ugh,
Yeah, if we're
I'm
not
the
having a good time on stage, you're not going to have a good time in the
no.
Yes.
Right.
No.
Yeah.
All right, best gig ever played and why? And it might be a different answer for all three of you.
There's a couple that are coming to my head.
The
That's
faces.
They're the best
the
venues that
faces.
you
I
play.
was gonna
Like,
see which
yeah.
one he picked, and I was
Yeah.
gonna pick the other.
I mean, there's like multiple house shows that we played
Oh.
in college
Yeah, those are
that
fun.
come to my head, and I wouldn't know which to say was the best one, but just like a packed house of college kids going absolutely nuts. That was just crazy.
What makes it the best? Like the energy or what?
Yeah, the energy. Yes.
See, here's fun. The fun part is, we're musicians as well, but the audience aren't musicians, and so they don't understand the power of the audience and how when they bring it, it just fuels your tanks, and you just pour it right back times 10. So I love that you're explaining this. So keep going, because the general non-musician, they don't understand how important the audience really is to the
Oh,
gig.
Yeah, when the musicians are like, step up closer
come on
to the
up.
stage.
Yeah.
Come on up closer.
Let's dance. And
Yeah,
rock
let's
your
do
head.
this. Let's
Yeah.
do this.
Yeah, I always walk up because I know that is important.
It's a food
Yeah,
for them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so gigs where the crowd's going crazy.
Yeah, like the other one that I would say, which I don't know if this would be on your list or not, but like live on Shorevine at Mio's.
That is a good one. I
Oh,
hadn't thought of that
oh.
one.
Oh, wow.
Crazy.
That
Yeah.
used to be a music festival put on by Bearcast Media at UC.
Okay.
And so if you're familiar with Mio's Pizza on
I am.
Shorevine, real tiny narrow space, we're
Yeah.
playing in like that corner booth right at the front. So it's just kids like piled like the microphone. Drew's singing here, and like the next person in the audience is like getting spit on. And, like, the energy was awesome. It was really fun, and we had a good spot for that, like time wise in the day, where people were like really out in masses. That was a good one. I hadn't thought of that one.
Yeah.
Yates, what about you?
I really like the 4th of July show we played
That
last
was
summer. It was just
great, yeah.
so fun all day.
Where
Where
did
was
you
that?
play?
At Cappy's,
Okay.
yeah, in Loveland. Cappy's in Loveland.
Yeah, we played,
Happy Wine and Spirits.
Shout out to Cabbies.
Yeah.
we played like
Love
3 or
Cappy's.
4 really long sets. I
Yeah,
mean,
we
just
played like
the-
6
the
hours
whole,
the whole day.
The whole
Are
day.
you
was a
kidding
lot.
me?
Yeah,
That's
we played before the parade, after the parade, and then before fireworks, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. That was a fun
We
one.
went out and saw you guys. It was a Friday night. You guys were playing at Cappy's as the Natty Frogs, and that place was packed.
They have a great audience that they just already have, and then playing there more and more frequently, like being able to like cultivate kind of regulars has been really fun and like cool to see familiar faces, but also draw new people in each time is really cool.
I know we're talking about not the Natty Frogs today, but you guys have such a wide range of music, and I recall we were all sitting there going, holy shit, they know this stuff? I mean, it's like their parents' music, and
You're talking about covers.
and the audience was into every drop of music coming out of them, and it was just the energy was so electric, and it was just so much fun. Yeah. So anyway, it was a
and
great
Natty
show.
Frogs is very related to Watchfrogs. We were just Watchfrogs and would play cover shows and originals. And I think 2 years ago now, it was like, okay, let's like delineate so it's like clear when someone is saying, oh, they're going to be playing, like what songs they should expect to hear.
Yeah.
Because we were running into some times where it's like my friends will be at, I don't know, Cappy's Wine and Spirits. We're like, okay, yeah, play the sing-along covers. Like, cool. And they'll be like, can you play this original from your first EP? And it's like, not really the time, man. Like, I would love to play it for you, but like,
Read the room.
yeah, like this is covers. So we were like, okay, Natty Frogs, Watchfrogs. We kind of split it up, but a lot of our gigs and getting the other bigger like musical journey, I would say, is we played at Quincy's on Mount Adams, which does not exist anymore. And I think it's 3 businesses past when Quincy's went out of business. Yeah, me neither. But
Where was that?
In,
it was across the street from the Mexican restaurant.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think.
Yeah.
oh, on the corner.
Yeah.
Yeah, we know
Yes.
right where it is.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we played there once a month for like 3 years through college or something like that. We started like right before we were 21 and then played for like 3 years there.
Yeah.
And that was a mix of covers and originals. So that was definitely like and a few of those were great. My favorite gig that I was really thinking of, a few of them were great. All of them were good.
It was fun.
Yeah, it was a good time.
Of course they were all good.
Some of
Come
them
on.
were like great attendance. Some of them were like, yep, we're playing for our 3 friends. And like, that's cool.
Yeah.
But you get better every time.
They call that band practice.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. So the one I was thinking of is we played a gig in Columbus and we met some really cool people. And one of them was from Bowling Green University, so like near Toledo, right?
Yep.
And he's like, hey, we're putting on a music festival. We want you guys to like drive up and like play like basically the second to last, like the main spot of this music festival at like a Howard's Club H, which is like a really cool live music spot up there. And that was our first time ever going anywhere near that far to play.
Yeah.
And so we drove up there and we had an awesome day of like listening to all these really cool bands, and we're drinking a little bit, and like we're second to last. So by the time we get to our gig, I was like, I'm feeling great. And like the audience was amazing.
Yeah.
It was so cool, and it was just it was a whole level of energy we had on stage.
Well,
like,
the guy who
with
hosts the
audience.
festival, he does like the old school, like putting the like different chemicals and putting it on a projector.
Like
in
one of
the
those
Oh,
really
background.
yeah. I
Oh.
love those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to shout out Synesthetic Oil Spill, I
Yes.
think is what his
Oh, okay.
brand is
Very
called.
cool.
But yeah,
Does he do local shows here
he
in
has
Cincinnati?
before. I don't know what he's up to at the moment or
Okay.
anything.
I think
but
I've seen those before.
he's done a
Those
few at
are-
Urban Artifact
yes.
for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, so that was really cool. So the visuals were awesome. The
Yeah.
crowd was going nuts. It was so cool, and
Yeah.
it felt like, oh, we're like a torn band right now. This is so cool.
That was
So
really
that
fun.
that was
Yeah.
definitely one of my favorites. And then I want to give a shout out to OUAB had us out for Ohio State. I'm trying to remember the name of the main artist
Oh,
because
J-Rock.
it's so funny. Yeah, we opened for J-Rock, which is
Yeah.
like a rapper, right?
Yeah.
Which
Yeah, he's on
I don't know how
Kendrick
we ended
songs
up
and
there.
stuff,
Yeah, very
Yeah.
good, like famous rapper, but like us on this huge like festival stage was really cool just to experience. Got some cool pictures and just a really good time. Never played on a stage like that big just
Yeah.
for us.
Were you intimidated?
I was pretty excited. I think
Yeah.
I don't think I was really intimidated. Traveling for show choir and stuff, we played on a couple of really big venues. That helped, I think. Like we played at the Opry and a few other like.
But Dean,
Really?
being with the show choir is different than, you know, a
Right,
3 to
yeah.
5 member band where you're carrying the
I
entire
kind of agree, but
performance.
like I'm the only drummer,
Right.
so I'm
Right.
letting
And
down
you're in the
45
Playing,
people.
playing for,
Yeah.
for the band for show choir, and like we'd go to like these national competitions and play like the Lincoln Center and like the Grand Ole Opry and stuff.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I mean, if you're starting out a song on guitar at
Yeah.
the Grand Ole Opry, I mean,
That's what
it's the same thing.
Yeah.
It's almost honestly more pressure because there's more people
That's kind of
that
what
are
I
counting
was.
on you.
Yeah.
than- our thing is so loose the way we play.
Yeah, we're pretty jammy.
It's
So if Drew,
I could
played
just start
it-
playing a different song,
Yeah,
and they would
that's
just
awesome.
start playing with
They
me.
follow
and it would just be
along,
like, all
which
right,
is cool.
whatever.
I guess we're playing this song.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that speaks volumes of the fact that you guys get each other's vibe and you can read each other without knowing what's on the set list. Like, okay, I see where he's going. And true musicians can just kind of lean into wherever you're going. And I think that that's so interesting and I don't think the audience always knows that. They just love the vibe and they're dancing and enjoying the show. Before you know it, you guys have rolled into a whole nother song and they're like, losing their minds. You know what I mean? But you guys are just up there having fun and doing whatever you're doing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I don't think it's, if you come out to a show, I don't think it's a secret. We're having fun on stage. We're normally
Dean,
like all
you got to
really
say
smiling.
when you come out
Yeah,
to a
right.
show.
When is your next? What's your next show?
Really soon, so probably too soon for the turnaround, but we'll be playing Black Friday, so next weekend.
Okay, after Thanksgiving.
Yes.
Okay.
And where are you
Where are you
playing?
playing?
Cappy's is
in
our regular
Loveland.
spot right now.
In
They're
Loveland.
kind of that Quincy's, like, oh yeah, we play at Cappy's once a month. We have a
Cross
great
over the
time.
bridge, make an immediate right. It's right there on the corner.
Right on the river.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then we'll be playing New Year's Eve. We'll be there New Year's Eve band.
Okay.
Okay.
So that'll be fun
Oh,
too.
nice.
That'll be good.
Oh, nice.
What time do you play on New Year's Eve?
Ooh,
Late?
great question.
I don't know exactly.
Till
We'll
after
find out.
midnight.
Up till midnight?
Yeah, we'll
Yes.
play till midnight and then a little after midnight.
Yeah.
Okay, Yates, I don't think you got to answer like your favorite gig or favorite
place.
place.
It's probably Cappy's, honestly.
It's a good
I
vibe.
love playing at Cappy's. The people
Yeah.
are great. I mean,
You get
They treat us
food.
very well there.
Yeah.
Yeah, they,
Okay, let's talk about places that you've played where it was a good learning experience and how you would do things differently based on that experience. You don't have to name the venue
No. No.
because this is not a shame game.
No.
This is just helping other musicians and helping people understand what it's like to be a musician.
That's kind of a tough one because I love when the setup is really weird. Like, I
Oh.
just find that really
Challenging.
exciting.
You're a
Like,
problem solver.
like one time we played at the retirement home for our grandpa, and
Oh
like,
my gosh.
that's just so awesome. I mean, it's
It
just
was
so
really
fun to
fun.
be like,
Aw.
wow, this crowd is so much different. We're gonna totally change what we're doing.
yeah, and we were billed as our. It was just like said Joe Carroll's grands.
Yeah.
Like that was the sign. I thought that was so funny.
That's
I
amazing.
loved it. And then yeah, we learned like just all new songs. We're like, okay, well, we're not gonna come out here and play like Dua Lipa. Like, let's figure out some covers like that they're gonna want to hear.
Right.
And so that was.
So
really
what did
cool.
you learn for that show?
What did we play for that? Like,
Definitely played some Fats Domino.
we definitely played Blueberry Hill or something.
And some like Sinatra and some other.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of what else we would
Yeah,
have
we
been
played
playing.
like a little bit of jazz and just a lot of like 60s, early 60s rock kind of
Mhm.
stuff.
How were you received by the audience? They probably
They loved it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
It was a good
awesome.
one.
Oh, that's amazing.
They were glued to their seats.
I bet. Yeah. Ba-dum-bum.
That's good.
Was your
Good
grandpa
one.
proud? I
Oh,
know-
yeah,
yeah, I
yeah,
know he
yeah.
was.
I'm trying to think. I definitely think there's some earlier gigs, but I wouldn't like change anything. But like, there's some of the close to predatory practices by some people who like book young bands specifically, like in high school, where it's like, oh, you pay us $100,
Oh.
and then
yeah.
you sell your tickets for 10.
Yeah.
And then we'll give you like
A
3
percentage
of
of
every more
sales.
than
Yeah.
10 you sell.
Yeah.
And then you,
Yeah.
even if you somehow do sell that many tickets, they're like, you didn't sell that many. Like, we're
Yeah.
just going to keep your money.
Yeah.
And we've had
Nice.
that happen like a couple times.
Yeah.
But
Taking
like,
advantage
I mean,
of
like
your
10
youth.
years ago now, I'm not bitter about it anymore.
Yeah.
But I still like,
Yeah.
when I see
Maybe a
that
tiny bit.
happening, I'm like, that's gross. Like, don't
Okay,
do
well,
that.
that's good advice for young musicians starting out
Uh-huh.
to kind of own their performance and set some expectation and
Yeah.
make their demands instead of having to do all of the legwork, all of the grunt work.
Yeah, and I think it's hard because like you want to play gigs, and this is a chance to play a gig. But it's like better to like do your research and like turn down a few gigs if it's not the right fit. Would be
That's
my
true.
advice, I would say. I don't know if we've like played that many of those or anything. There's been a few that I would probably change, like maybe
Yeah.
3 I can think of. But even other times, I think just being friendly with other musicians is the biggest thing. Like that's the way we've played most of our gigs that we've ever gotten. Is
Oh, yeah.
just, oh cool, this band asked us to play. We show up, we watch all the other bands, we clap, we sing along, we talk to them afterwards. Oh, this third band on the bill had a good time playing with us. They've got another show, and they'd like us to join. And then you
Yeah.
just keep doing that,
Mm.
and like making that network. That's definitely, I think, like the most key. Not be the band that plays my set and leaves
Yeah.
is a big thing, I would say.
Do you have that same recommendation for if you're like if you think of a young musician that's starting out that wants to like maybe find some other band members, to collaborate and start a band? what would you recommend would be the best way to go about doing that?
Yeah, I think exactly that. Like, just go and watch them and
Go see
Support-
shows. Go to
support
some
the other bands. Yeah.
open mics, I would say, is a big thing. And there's a
Mhm.
lot of
yeah.
them in the city.
There are.
Mhm.
It's a good time to meet other people. Some people play it every week. There'll be people that show up every once in a while. And, like,
Yeah.
even if that person that you really like maybe they're not ready to join your new project or whatever, but like they probably also know people
Right.
and be like, oh, I've got a friend who like just lost his band. Like they all moved away and
Right.
like he's looking to play.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Never know.
So let's talk about recording because you have a lot of things on Spotify and other
Yes.
platforms and really, really good music out there in St. Bernard as well as the Watchfrogs.
Yes.
Talk about the process for recording, your favorite locations to record and why. This is a really wide net I'm casting. And just in general, do you enjoy recording and just kind of share a little bit about that whole process?
I enjoy recording, not nearly as much as playing live.
Yeah.
Not even close. I mean, playing live music is my favorite thing ever. But I like recording. I don't like mixing and producing. But yeah, we've recorded different ways for everything we've done. I mean, sometimes it's completely at home. Sometimes it's half at home and half at a studio.
Yeah, we've done
recorded-
one all at a studio.
Yeah, Funky Finger was at a studio. Yeah, the St. Bernard album was at a studio.
Where was
Well,
St.
yeah.
Bernard? Was it in where school?
It was in Kentucky. Where was that at? What was that place called?
Verona.
Yeah, it was in
right?
Verona, Kentucky. I forget
Yeah,
what the
it
studio
was
was
just like
called.
a barn.
It was just a guy's
Oh,
shed.
wow.
Barn
That's
in a
cool.
backyard. Yeah, it was
I
great.
think that's a big thing with recording in general is that like technology has really improved, and like at some point the amount of equipment and the amount of money you're putting in is not really the difference maker, more than just like getting a good sound from your music.
Yeah.
You definitely need like a little bit of knowledge to get there, and like we've been growing knowledge by the best way to do it's record. I would say like if you want to record something, start recording it and do it once and then go, oh, okay, you probably learned something while recording, and then do it again, and then eventually should end up with something that hopefully you're happy enough putting out, I would say.
Yeah.
Are you familiar with the band Over the Rhine? They're a Cincinnati-based band. They have my favorite album they did was Good Dog Bad Dog, and if my facts are correct, don't come at me if they're not. They recorded that in their bathroom,
Nice.
Oh yeah.
and it is sometimes you just like diminished returns when you're pouring so much
Lo-fi.
tech.
Mm-hmm.
Lo-fi sometimes
I
is
love
the best
lo-fi.
way
Yeah, it's
to
a different
roll.
vibe.
My ear is drawn to lo-fi.
Yeah, and that album is so spectacular. So I'm just curious about, you were talking about like don't pour too much into it all the time. Sometimes the lo-fi shit is the best shit you could ever make.
Yeah, it's about like matching the vibe of your music. Like if
Yeah.
you're gonna play garage rock, you don't want 100 microphones recording the drum set. You like want one beat up microphone recording the drum set,
Yeah.
and that's when it's gonna sound like
Yeah.
garage rock.
Right.
Yeah.
So Yates, here's a question for you. You didn't see this one coming. Is there a song or a band that they're just so good in your mind you would never cover a tune of theirs because it's just in your mind it's perfection and you wouldn't want to diminish? And it's really a question for all of you, but I mean, I think we're interested in your answer to this one.
Cause like, I mean, there's a couple songs by like several artists. Cause I listen to a lot of like jazz fusion stuff or whatever too, and so like, I probably wouldn't cover it because the setting wouldn't be correct almost anywhere. And like the people that I would choose to do that song wouldn't be correct, and it just wouldn't sound right. Probably, I wouldn't be correct for it. But there's a lot of stuff like that. But like mainly like a lot of stuff by like Tigran Hamasyan is one of my favorite musicians. He's a Armenian pianist,
Okay.
and he is terrifying at the piano. But he does a bunch of this like new wave, chunky like metal jazz, if you can call it that.
Yeah.
But he does just all kinds of like crazy time signature stuff, all kinds of different like melodic stuff, all kinds of polyrhythms and all that kind of stuff. And I love it. It just scratches the itch in my brain, you know.
Does it?
But I would never actually want to cover that kind of stuff, I think. because it just
Even if we
wouldn't
were
be-
able to play it?
Maybe. I mean, I could play a couple.
I think
of
you'd
them.
be fighting.
If you want to
more
learn a
to
couple,
play.
I know a couple of them. They're a lot. There's
I
a lot
think
going
Drew's
on,
it just
but-
scratches like, let's try that. I'm
Let's try. That's a
interested.
challenge.
I'll scratch
Oh,
that
no,
itch.
I couldn't
Challenge
even get
accepted.
Close.
Oh,
It would
no.
take me
Yeah.
years to learn one of that guy's songs.
Goofy
Really?
stuff.
He's nuts. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
so good.
Wild. Check him out.
Yeah.
He's wild.
We will. We're gonna list it on the show when we publish.
The album
Yeah.
Red Hail is my favorite.
Red Hail.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you have an answer for that?
Yeah, I mean, I like covering things that are out of the box for sure. So
Meaning,
trying to
it's
think.
not something the audience would expect you guys
Yeah,
to
like you
roll
don't
out.
see like 4 white guys in their high 20s, low 30s that are like, oh, okay, yeah, they're gonna play like the Bee Gees. Like we love playing the Bee Gees,
Yeah.
or like we love playing Blondie,
Yeah.
or like
Oh.
yeah, or like
Chaperone.
Lizzo.
Chapel Roan, Lizzo. Yeah. like,
Okay, I
we-
was gonna say Dua Lipa and those.
Yeah,
but like
Dua
I would
Lipa,
expect
yep.
you guys to roll out and do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then like,
Or even like the older music that we play. A lot
Yeah.
of people are like, wow, they know that. Yeah,
Mhm.
like you were saying earlier.
Yeah.
But would I not cover something because I think it's too good? I don't know, because I think I would rather just do a different version of it.
that's what I was gonna say. Is that we
Make
need
it
to
your
be
own?
we need to
Yeah.
be bringing something to the table. I don't. If it's a song that I think is like amazing, I wouldn't want to just try to play it the same.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, we have to have something new, and we pretty much take that with all of our covers. Like even the ones where we play it the same, like the parts, that we're still bringing something new in feel, or
Yeah, that's
even just
Yeah.
the gender of us playing is already a pretty big difference when you're swapping like Chapel Roan or
Right.
something.
Yeah.
But yeah, like if even if it's like my favorite song in the world, and it's like, oh, we never could like touch how this artist performance. It's like, well, we could do a different performance, and
Right.
like that way we could.
That's
play
almost
it.
a fun part of covering a song is to kind of make it your own, and
Mhm,
so
absolutely.
that like they don't recognize it right away, or they kind of do until you get into it, and they're like, oh, I
Yeah.
know what song that is, you
Yeah.
know, because
they're
you kind of made
singing-
it your own.
They're singing the lyrics and they don't know why do we know this song?
Yeah.
Oh my God, this is.
Yeah.
How about the times when they like your version better than the original?
Mm-hmm.
Has
Love
that happened?
I
Yes.
would say,
Yeah.
I'd say a little bit, and especially in a live setting, because that's kind of what we're tuning it to. Where
Yeah.
it's like, oh, this is like a really nice song, but like now it's got some more energy. It's got some more like danciness, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
To me, that's the ultimate compliment for you each as musicians is when you're covering a tune and the crowd's going crazy. Obviously, that's a compliment. But when you're doing it your own way and they're going, I don't know why I like this song, but man, this is so good. It's so good, and I can't go back and listen to the original artist any longer because I so appreciate this version so much better. And I don't know if it's because it's they were there, they were present, they felt the energy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the atmosphere changes their soul a little bit in comparison to listening to it on a CD or an album or whatever. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah, definitely.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, live performance. It's what makes it fun, really.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so advice you would offer up. This is always a question we ask. Advice you would offer up to other bands wanting to record and publish their music that may not know the who to go to, the why to, the how to, how to get onto all of the platforms. What advice would you offer up?
We're terrible at that.
Is there one of you
Shit,
that
we
does
should have
art?
checked that
I'm
question
definitely
first.
the guy that does that part,
Okay.
mostly like begrudgingly.
Venus.
I think I am the most equipped to do that out of this group. And
Yeah.
then like if you put me in a group of like 20 other musicians, I'd probably be like 19 on the list. I don't like particularly love doing social media. I don't
Yeah.
really love promoting
Right.
ourselves. I do it when I can.
Right.
I like our like voice and vibe we have. I like promoting us, but like the actual work of that, it's like, yeah, that's not my favorite part.
Yeah.
I hate
Yeah.
that so much.
So I handle it because they hate it more
Yes.
than me.
It seems so familiar.
I
Yeah.
know. It is a. I mean, it's
a
like
lot
a
of work.
job in
It is,
itself.
yeah,
You know,
and doing a really good job is like being consistent, and like
Right,
that's the hardest
yeah.
part.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
But yeah, recording wise and like getting your stuff out there is getting more easy. We use like a specific company that I just grabbed back in 2016 or whenever we put our first EP out, and I've just kind of stuck with it. But I know a lot of the different distributors are having new tools. I work with it a lot in the podcast space now. I haven't tried it with the band, but we use like a specific, I don't know if I want to give a free plug or not, but we use Record Union. as a company to like post our music and make sure it gets in the hands of like all the online streamers.
Oh wow. Okay.
I've never had any problems with them. I've had like 2 or 3 times where like there was either a tech issue or something, and they've always been really responsive. And that's my number one thing. Like if you have an issue, okay, like you got to be able to be actually here and fix it, and they've done that. So
Yeah.
I appreciate that part. Yeah, recording wise, my biggest advice is just record, which is the thing
just
we
do it.
also don't do.
You just
So
gotta-
it's
you gotta
very
do
funny.
it. That's the hard part, is actually
We do it for demos, I will say. Like
I
we'll
have
we've
hundreds
got
of demos.
lots of
Yeah.
demos.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we kind of are doing it because
Yeah.
then when you record and you put the parts down, it's a lot different than playing it live. Like depending on what you want our sound to be. Like we play 3-piece live, but we're not locked into like.
Do people do live
to be the
recording
same.
albums anymore? Like, is
Yeah.
that, do people, are people
It's definitely not
doing-
as big.
Yeah.
But I know there's a few places around.
Urban.
I will give a shout out to Urban Artifact.
Yeah.
Oh,
for
that's
free,
right.
Yeah,
for
They,
sure.
yes.
Yeah,
They
Radio
do do
Artifact
that. Yes, that's
is
right.
very cool, and they do really cool live stuff there.
Yeah.
I want to say Devin. Shout out to Devin, who does their streams and their
Yeah.
recording process.
Do you recall Devin's last name?
I want to say Burgess,
Okay.
but I could be wrong.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there you go. That was my guess.
Yeah.
Well, we don't mind plugging other things because remember the whole show is about getting people
Yeah,
out
that one's
there
a good
and
plug
letting
for
them
sure.
know what's going on. There's a lot going on in this town
Mhm.
that people need to know about. So we appreciate the advice you're offering up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll also say for like live recording, and if you just want to make your live performance better, most of the mixers are starting to be digital in most places you play now.
Yes.
And most of them you can put a thumb drive in and just press record, and it'll just work, and it'll
Yeah.
record all your channels.
Yeah.
So like we have a different band I used to play in. Like we have like a couple Motor shows. It's just like, yep, here's a full multi-track mix of our show at Motor, like in
Yeah,
2019.
they're amazing.
That's
they walk around
wild.
with iPads. You
Yeah,
know,
exactly,
just
yeah.
like-
Doing the
Yeah,
sound.
doing levels
Yeah.
and all that kind of stuff. It's amazing.
Yeah, so if it's a
Boy.
digital board, and it really doesn't take much effort for the sound guy to press the one button, like I'd always be nice to him.
Yes.
Always be
Or
nice to the
her.
sound guy.
That-
Or
You
her.
gotta
Very
treat the
important.
sound guy the
Yes.
best.
Yeah.
Right? Because they can destroy or boom. Okay, let's talk about your very first show. Do you remember your very
Oh,
first
yeah.
show?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Watchfrogs' first show was at Plaid Room Records in Loveland at the old location.
Yeah.
They just had us for a day. I'm trying to remember. Well, actually, now this is always the story for the first show. But now that I'm recalling, the reason we played on a Sunday is because we actually played a secret first show. Do you remember this?
I don't.
Okay, so we're like, okay, we finally started a band like together and was like, okay, we're gonna be Watchfrogs. Here's our songs, and then we had a date in August of 2015, and then it was starting to come up, and it's like, oh yeah, we told this friends that we'd play like at some sort of party.
Oh, like
you remember this now?
Yeah, like a graduation party.
Yeah,
or something?
graduation doesn't
Yeah,
make
it
sense
couldn't
for
be, right?
August, but
Yeah.
it was some sort of like backyard party. So then we had to move our first show like an extra day because it was the same day. So we were double booked as a band that like didn't exist yet, which was very funny. So then we moved it the next day, but Plaid Room was great, and they were just like they had a little stage in the corner of the old shop, and yeah, we played to like us, like a couple family members and a couple friends. I think there was like 8 in the audience. But yeah, I still got some video of that. It's great. It's cool to see.
Yeah.
And a lot of those songs, like we still play those songs like live, and
Yeah.
a few of them are recorded and everything. So
Was this pre-Austin?
yes.
It was.
Yeah,
So
we
what-
actually didn't met
Yeah, I
Austin
hadn't
yet.
even met him yet. Yeah.
What was your first gig or show that you played?
Well, I played in like jazz band and stuff in high school or whatever, but you were probably there.
Probably.
Yeah, because it was at the Edge Teen Center. Yeah, it was just like a Friday or Saturday night or something, and we played, me and our son Nick and Kyle, with the 3-piece, the power trio.
Yeah.
Before Ennis was in the band.
It was before Ennis, yep.
Yeah, yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Yeah. Were you just so excited and the nerves didn't really hit you in a way where you're thinking, oh shit, we're not good enough to do this? Or we're just like, we're going out there and do this. We're so excited. You know, where the energy takes over and kind of squashes any insecurity you have about going out on stage.
Yeah, I would say that is definitely how I feel. Yeah. At least when we played like the first Watchfrogs show, we'd performed so many times.
Yeah.
Before that.
Yeah, and different
Um,
like iterations in different bands.
Yeah.
Like being on stage and performing was definitely not a new thing
Yeah,
it was more just like our music.
right.
But even that, I mean, you had still written songs in bands before, and
Yes.
I'd played in bands before.
Yeah, I mean, like the first time I sang by myself in front of people was like an out of body horrible experience when I
Yeah,
was
I'll
like,
agree with that.
I was probably
It was horrible.
Only
Dean
a
just
brother
said.
would say
I had an out-of-body experience.
Yeah, it was really bad, dude.
Wow.
I love you too, brother.
yeah. Oh no, it's terrible. Yeah, I was like maybe like 11, I think.
Yeah, we were
probably.
really young.
Oh,
And,
okay.
My
Okay.
my guitar teacher, he would go take us all to like festivals and he would like put a whole band together. Like he would
Yeah.
have all of his students like learn the same songs. Aaron O'Keefe,
Yeah.
love the music academy, and he so he'd have us like perform at like church festivals and stuff. And so then he asked me if I wanted to like sing a song, and I was like, I don't know, I've never sang. But my mom was like, oh, he whistles all the time. He could probably sing. And then
Your
he was
mom was
like,
proud.
sure. And then, yeah, I was supposed to sing Hang On Sloopy.
Oh.
And I never practiced it at home because, like, I was never, like, home alone at that time. So I was never, like, had a moment to practice it because I didn't want anyone to hear me. So then I just showed up there. And I was like shaking so much, it was like, hang on, Sloopy. It was terrible.
I had the same experience with the same kind of group, and my first song was Jammin' by Bob Marley, which is way funny.
Yeah, that's worse.
And he kept telling me that I wasn't doing enough accent, which is very funny in hindsight, too.
For a kid from Ohio.
Yeah, it's just like, yeah, no kidding, man. But yeah, that was hard. I was definitely very nervous for that time. But yeah,
For
past
some reason,
that,
I wanted to do it again, though.
Well, you guys were
Yeah.
pushed out there early.
Yeah, we were singing pretty early. I mean, even before then, like as like a kid in like grade school play or musical, I would
Yeah.
like try out and get like a singing part and whatever. But it just depends on like the audience or the expectation, I guess. Like once it was like a rock song or like a pop song, it made it way different for some reason.
Yeah, I totally
I don't
agree.
know why, but it did.
Maybe
Maybe
you
just
connected more.
Not the
with-
set rehearsals times, maybe, because
Yeah.
I'm not like the best like work ethic. Like, oh, you need to practice this. Like, I need a reason to practice.
Yeah.
Yes.
Don't we
we have a
all?
gig in 2 weeks. We got to get in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like, yeah, it's easier
You're
for us
deadline
to.
oriented.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
easier for us to like practice for like a new show where it's like, oh, I have fun playing this music, but it's like, okay, I'm not a big fan of Bob Marley before that song, so like it's not like I was going home and listening to it all the time or
Yeah.
Yeah.
anything. Now I appreciate it, but at the time, I was okay.
Are there songs that you play that you really wish you didn't learn, or you're just like, it's not my favorite, but it's requested often, and so we're gonna play it?
Sometimes the covers, I'm like, it's too absurd to be singing this.
I'm the like, oh, the audience loves this, we should just learn it anyways kind of guy in the band, and
Yeah.
I'm normally pulling them along
Okay.
but they're pretty.
Okay, Dean, this surprises me.
He's
'cause-
usually right.
Well, yeah,
I mean, to be fair, he's right like 99% of the
They
time.
don't
he's
like
right.
fight with
Yeah.
me or anything, and,
Yeah.
and if they're like, we really don't want to play that, I'm not going to be like, no, we're playing it or anything. But
yeah, like in my head, I'm like, or like leading up to it, practicing it, I'm like, I don't want to sing Chaperone like by myself in my house to prepare for that. I mean, even though I like it, but it just seems weird coming out of me to be singing those lyrics. And then when we actually get there to the show and then
Are you
we
singing
play
Pink
it,
Pony Club? Are you?
no, we're
No.
playing Red Wine
Red-
Supernova.
yeah.
Okay.
But
Okay.
then when we actually play it and everyone loves it, they're
Goes
singing
nuts.
along.
They
I'm
go
like,
nuts.
okay, well that
Yeah.
was so fun.
Listen,
Yeah.
if you
So-
did Pink Pony Club, then
Yeah, that'll be it too.
It'll be a
that
hit.
is a crowd pleaser, even for
Yeah.
all the white guys
Yeah.
driving
It is.
trucks
It's a
with
great song.
guns in the
We've
back.
got
They
lots-
like-
They all know it.
That's kind of in every direction too, where it's like, okay, yeah, like, do we like really? It's always a debate. Like, okay, do we play Wagon Wheel at this show?
No.
We've
No,
never played
no.
The answer is always no.
it. We've never played it, but
The
I'm sure it
answer
would
is
bang.
no. It's like
do
no.
it.
Don't.
Do
I,
not.
I'm going to deny.
That's,
do
see,
not.
there's songs like that are exactly the same as Wagon
No.
Wheel, just as an example, where it's like, yeah, like, do we want to play this? Probably
No.
not, but
Zero.
like the
No.
audience would eat it up.
Love it.
Yeah.
They
No,
love Wagon
no,
Wheel.
don't
No.
sell out.
Every
don't
time
sell,
they love Wagon Wheel.
Don't sell out. Don't do it.
That's
Dean's
and that's
open.
just an example. There's a lot of songs like that where I'll come to the band. It's like, oh, are we gonna do this? And it's
No.
like, do we need to?
I'm just gonna repeat myself. Do not
Yeah,
play
don't.
Wagon Wheel.
I don't know.
Don't sell yourself out. You boys are too talented. Do not do that. to them.
That was the bane of our existence.
Yeah,
when
that's
we
a
were
sellout
at the guitar
song.
studio.
Well, that's
Yeah.
part of the
Like,
reason we
no.
split the cover band too, is that we're selling out.
Exactly.
The cover band is the sellouts. Then
Right.
that's cool. Like there's
Okay.
not a
No,
problem
there's
there.
sellouts, and then there's sellouts of
Yeah.
sellouts.
Oh, if anyone wants to send me money, I can be bought.
Yeah, I'll play whatever you
Yeah,
want.
yeah.
All
If you request, we still will play Iron Wheel.
Okay.
All right, so remind us of where you're playing again next. You're playing Black Friday where?
Cappies.
Cappies.
Gabby's
In
Wine
Loveland.
Spirit, we're
And
there
then
all the
New
time.
Year's Eve
At Cappy's and
place.
Loveland.
at Cappies again.
Yep. The next time Watchfrogs will be on stage specifically, will be at the Southgate House Revival at Rockin' Revival, which will be, I want to say, the second weekend in March. It's either the second or the first weekend in March. But there'll be a ton of really cool local bands there.
Huge
so definitely put that
festival.
one on the calendar.
Good cause, good people.
awesome.
Good
Mhm.
music.
Very cool.
Fantastic.
Very cool.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. This has been great.
Yeah, happy 10-year anniversary,
Yeah,
guys.
thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah, we really appreciate you making the time.
Will be on stage specifically.
Make your nights out something special at Glendale Trackside Pub. From live music every week to Wind Down Wednesday, Sing Along Bingo, and Pint Night, there's always something happening alongside our great food and drinks. Gather your friends, grab a pint, and join the fun. Glendale Trackside Pub, your local stop for comfort and cheers.